Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, this is your Aisha ma'am and hope you all are doing well and staying safe at your homes. Today is your first Arabic lecture of this session, and in this session we will learn Arabic basic grammar. Okay, so let's start this session. In Arabic, a meaningful word kalima comprises of three things. Means a word, meaning a meaningful word, a word that makes sense. It is known as in Arabic kalima, is divided into three categories, and that is noun, verb, particle, or you can say ism, fail and harf. Let us take an example. Hamid is playing in the garden. Hamidun yal'abu fil hadiqati. Hamidun yal'abu fil hadiqati. As you know, Hamid is a name of a boy, so it is automatically a noun. Verb la'iba yal'abu. In Arabic, it means la'iba yal'abu, to play. So it defines an act, so it is a verb. Fil hadiqati, fi al hadiqati, it is particle because it defines a preposition. So today we will discuss about noun only. Let's start the topic. The noun. As you all know very well about the noun, that what is noun? A noun is a name of a person, of any animal, name of any animal, name of any person, place and thing. But you should know the definition in Arabic as well. So kindly note down this definition. Al-ismu shay'un allazi yadullu ala al-asma'i. Al-ismu shay'un allazi yadullu ala al-asma'i. Al-ismu shay'un allazi yadullu ala al-asma'i, a word that names a person, place and thing. As you can see some pictures over here. Like first picture, it is television. Second is book. These all are the things, but they have their specific names. Now you can see Taj Mahal. It is a name of any place. Taj Mahal is a place, name of a place. And a girl, she could be Fatima, Maryam, name of a person. So this is all about the noun. Let us go deep about the noun. We'll have types of noun and vowel types. So noun can be of two types, either definite or indefinite, nakra, marifa. Let us talk about an indefinite noun. The name of an unspecific person, place or thing. It is indicated by tanween, which doubles the vowel sign at the end of the word. For example, a man, rajulun, a book, kitabun, a cow, baqaratun. An indefinite noun can be defined as the noun which refers to a common and non-specific noun. So, when you say an indefinite, you really don't mean someone or something definite. Means it does not represent a specific or a particular thing. And more importantly, in English, we use a and an to make the word definite, indefinite. As in Arabic, we use tanween to make the word indefinite. So now what is tanween? A tanween is a symbol that comes on the ending letters of Arabic nouns. Tanween can be double zamma, or you can say two pesh, double fataha, two zabar or double kasra, two. Now look at the examples again. Rajulun. We have tanween at the last of this letter rajulun, means it is indefinite. It can be any man, fat, short, small, old, weak. We don't know. We are not specifying. Okay, which man is this? We don't know. Kitabun, any book. In the kitabun. I have a book. We don't know which book she has or he has. It can be geography book, maths book, good book, old book, new book. We have not specified a cow baqaratun. So we have tanween at the end of the word. It means this is an indefinite noun for sure. Moving on to second type, al-ism al-ma'rifa, a definite noun. A definite noun can be defined as the name of a specific person, place, or thing. It is indicated by alif lam prefix to a noun. Examples: Ahmad, Makkah, the sparrow, al-usfur, the country, ad-dawla, the girls, al-banat, the sun, ash-shams, an apple, at-tufah. So when we say a definite noun, isme ma'rifa, it is a noun, means a definite noun is a noun that refers to a specific noun, means a specific person, specific animal, specific thing, etc. So when we say a definite noun, you really mean, when we say a definite noun, we really mean someone or something definite. We have that specific noun in our mind. And most importantly, the noun is preceded by alif lam. As in English, we use the to make a word a definite. So in Arabic, we used alif lam. We use alif lam to make the word a definite noun. For example, sparrow. The sparrow. Al-usfur. We are not saying a bird. We are specifying that the bird must be a sparrow. The sparrow. The country. Ad-dawla. The girls who are talking. The girls who are sleeping. The girls who are playing. We are specifying. We are not saying that any girls. No, we are specifying the girls who are eating, the girls who are playing. Al-banat, the sun rises, the sun. Ash-shams, an apple. So these all are the examples of a definite noun. So these are important points about definite and indefinite noun. Alif, lam and tanween cannot coexist. So remember, where we have the English, we have an Arabic equivalent called alif lam, and tanween is equivalent to a and an. And must remember, alif lam cannot sit alone in a sentence. It must be attached to a word at all times. Alif lam definitely makes a word definite. Okay, do remember these points. Alif lam definitely makes a word definite. Tanween definitely makes a word indefinite. And a word cannot have both alif lam and tanween attached. So if we say al-kitabun, it will be incorrect. Please note, many proper nouns, example Khalid, Muhammad, end with tanween, but they are still definite. All the person name nouns are definite by default. Let us take a person named Muhammad. We don't need to put alif lam in front of it. So it is wrong to say al Muhammad. They are also termed as proper name nouns. So we have some person name nouns are definite by default. So we will use them as it is. Moving on to your homework. This is your vocabulary. Now what you have to do is, you have to learn the vocabulary. Nakra, ma'arifa, indefinite, definite, muzakkar, masculine, muannas, feminine. Share, street, and to make it definite, we add alif lam to the word share, street. الشارع, the street. قلم, a pen. القلم, the pen. تفاحة, an apple. التفاحة, the apple. عصير, a juice. العصير, the juice. Kindly learn the vocabulary and list out 5 nakra and 5 marfa. Thank you so much.